Okay, this is the following video now from the previous where we connected the one gang one-way switch. We're now going to do the ceiling rows using the looping method. We'll talk through how we've connected the mains cables, but I've pre-stripped the cables from the switch just to save a little bit of time. So we've got the brown cable, which is the line cable, which is going to be put into the loop connection, directly connected with the live cable or line cable from the consumer unit. So we tighten that up, again making sure that there's no copper showing. Now the blue cable we've got here isn't the neutral, it's the switch wire coming from the switch, and we've identified it, as we can see, and I'll point out with a bit of brown sleeving, or you can use brown insulation tape, whatever you've got available. Again, putting that nice and tightly, no copper showing. And then the final one is the CPC with the green and yellow insulation tape on, or insulation sleeving should I say. This is to stop any inadvertent short circuits. Again, always making sure everything's nice and tidy. So let's just walk through that, starting at the consumer unit. I say I haven't terminated this yet because we're going to do a separate video on terminating consumer units, but this would go into the 6 amp miniature circuit breaker, 6 amp MCB, which is the most common size for domestic lighting circuits. Making sure the bends are all nice and neat and flat and there's no kinks in it. Now coming down now to the ceiling rows, we have the brown cable terminated in the loop, which is the live, then connected onto the brown to the switch wire, which goes into the common terminal as previous videos showed. Then from the blue cable, which is terminated in S1, identified with a bit of brown sleeving, as you can see, that returns up to the ceiling rows, where it's then terminated into the switch wire, which is then ultimately connected to the brown of the actual pendant itself. All the CPCs are covered in green and yellow insulation sleeving to protect it from short circuits.